Well, hello everyone. Tyler Ford here, Tucson, Arizona with eXp Realty, and welcome to this episode of Living in Tucson, your Tucson Real Estate Connection, where each and every month I do a live update on the Tucson home inventory levels. And I've been tracking this now for a while. In my opinion, home inventory levels are the leading indicator. It's all about supply and demand, economics 101. And over the last couple of years, when COVID hit, we had a ton more demand and supply went down, which created double-digit appreciation. But the landscape of the real estate market has slowly changed and starting to pivot more into a buyer-friendly neutral market. So each and every month I dive in and we look at the home inventory levels and tracking them. I've been tracking them now for about a year and a half when I started to feel that things were slowly starting to change. So what I'm going to do is talk about a little bit of news, and then we'll dive into the MLS. We'll look at home inventory levels. We'll put them into an Excel spreadsheet so you can get a visual as to what's going on here in the housing market. So although I don't have the crystal ball and can predict the market, going to do the best to make sense out of this crazy market that we've been in. I've been a licensed agent for over 30 years. And over the last couple of years, this is the most confusing, craziest, weirdest market that I've ever seen. I was in the middle of the 07, 08 meltdown and a lot of crazy things happening then. But at least during 07, 08, you knew what the catalyst was and you knew what was happening, and it happened quick. And in this market that we're in right now, there's just a lot of pent up demand. There's people sitting on the sidelines waiting for this pullback that we really haven't seen yet. We've had inventory levels go up, and we have had home values pull back a little bit, but nothing significant. So we've got a lot of people that are just sitting on the sidelines. And one of the big news items, and each and every month, and I'll show you how to get there at the end of this live, is I do my monthly market update. And I was getting a lot of questions in just terms of volume, but the big eye opener and the big thing that's happened is that unit sales in Tucson has been cut in half. In a normal, healthy market, we've got anywhere from about 1,000 to 1,200 closed transactions each and every month. When it's super busy time during January, February, March, April, May, unit sales could be anywhere from 14 to maybe 1,500, but closed transactions are down by 50%. They're in the 600 range. And what that tells me is there's just a lot of people sitting on the sidelines. Investors have disappeared because interest rates have gone up and properties are no longer cash flowing. And there's a lot of buyers that are just sitting on the sidelines waiting for something to change. Interest rates go down, home values go down, which brings back home affordability. So again, unit sales, there's just everything's been cut in half. So I'm going to share my screen and show you a couple things here. So the first thing I want to cover here is interest rate. So as everybody knows, in 2022, the Fed started to raise interest rates in order to curb inflation and slow things down, which they have definitely done. At the height of interest rates, 30-year fixed rates were upwards to, let's see here, a little over 7%. So, and so we've had about 0.75% pullback since the height of October. So on a 30-year fixed, interest rates right now are sitting at 6.15%, which is helping a little bit, but not enough to get buyers back in the market in terms of home affordability. So one of two things need to happen: interest rates go way down, or a combination of home values pull back along with interest rates going down, which then brings back home affordability. So now what I'd like to do is I'm going to jump on over. I'm logged into the MLS, and I'm going to go through what the current inventory levels are. And then I'm going to jump over to an Excel spreadsheet so you can get a visual of what's going on. So I'm logged in to the MLS. I've got Tucson right here. And right now listed in the MLS, a single family home. You can see right there. I'm just going to write it down, and then we'll jump over to Excel spreadsheet. There's 1,000 390 active listings in the MLS for single family homes. For townhomes, there are 130 active townhomes listed in the MLS. Manufactured homes, we've got 97. And then lastly, for condos, there are currently 103 active condos listed in the MLS. Now I'm going to pull up an Excel spreadsheet and we will plug in some numbers. So I did it earlier. Let's see if anything changed. So we're at 1390 for single family homes. For manufactured homes, 97. For condos, there are 103. And for townhomes, there are 130. So right now, listed in the MLS, there's a total of 1,590 active listings in the Tucson MLS. And we are down from the last time that I did this in December, and I'll explain. Inventory levels have actually dropped again, which is for buyers out there. In order for home prices, in my opinion, to drastically start to change, we need a flood of inventory to hit the market. And although inventory levels have more than doubled, it's still, inventory levels are still low relative. But if you look at this chart right here, when I started tracking this little dip right here is what's happening right now. So Tucson typically has some seasonality. And during the holidays, during December, home inventory usually drops because you've got winter visitors coming in. So there's more demand. And then people don't want to list their homes during the holiday season. And then you have people then starting to list after the holidays, but we have more demand coming to the Tucson market because of the winter visitors. So from a seasonality standpoint, we usually do get more demand than we do supply. So inventory levels are typically reduced from December into late spring. And then January or June through October is typically when our market slows down and inventory levels start to go back up. So that's where we are right now. Inventory levels have actually pulled back. So even though we've seen inventory levels more than double, we're still, in my opinion, low relative to what they need to be in order to really start to bring down home prices. So this is something that to keep an eye on, inventory levels. The next thing I want to take a look at is I've just pulled up Tucson, but if we look at Zillow, what I like to do on Zillow is just put in Tucson. So it gives us Tucson and the surrounding areas. And if you look, so right now on Zillow, there's a total of 1,960 active listings, which you can see right there. And then the other 257, those are for sale by owners. And typically when the market shifts and it's harder for people to sell their homes, the for sale by owners actually go down and they rely more on real estate agents to get their home listed just so they can get it out there. So actually, let's see what's in here. So if we go over to Zillow, I plug this in, let's see if it's changed. So 960 and 257. So there's a total listings between listings in the MLS and for sale by owners, a total of 2,217, which is down 299 listings. So since I started doing this, inventory levels, yeah, I mean, it's just inventory levels, although they've gone up, they haven't gone up significantly. But if I go back to this, you can see the total change when I started doing this. Inventory levels have the total change. We've seen inventory levels go up 49.81% since I started tracking this. But from month to month, we're down 14%. So inventory levels have actually gone down 14% month to month. The other thing I want to take a look at is the median home sales price. So in 2021 and 2022, we saw double-digit appreciation rates. But in 2022, we had a double-digit appreciation rate. And then things started to slow down and pull back. So from June until the end of October, we had home values pull back and go sideways. We actually didn't end up in 2022 with double digit appreciation. We ended up for single family homes, they only appreciated 6.8%. And this is again for single family homes and not townhomes and condos. So the median home sales price for the last report that just came out, 374,900 for single family homes. And I'm going to be curious, and I'd like to, if you want to comment at the end, I'm going to answer any questions or comments. But I'd love your comment or question in terms of in 2023, do you think home values are going to appreciate, or we're going to end up with positive appreciation, we're going to go sideways, or we're going to see negative year over year appreciation in 2022? And I did a poll on YouTube that, and I had actually a lot of people respond whether they thought 2023 homes were going to appreciate, we're going to go sideways, or we were going to go down in value between like 10 and 15%, or we were going to see more than a 15% depreciation in home values. And over 50% of the people said that home values were going to end up negative 10 to 15% for 2023. So time will tell, but in my opinion, I think that's right. I think we've got another 10 to maybe 15% pullback priced into this market. So if you want to comment at the end, love to hear your thoughts in terms of where appreciation is going to end up for 2023. And then if you look at the chart here, this is the chart for the median home sales price since I started tracking this. And you can see the height of the market was upwards to 386, and right now we're sitting at 374. So we've seen about a $10,000 median home value pullback since the height of the market. So again, love to get your thoughts. So that's pretty much it in terms of sharing. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. But that is, I like to keep it short and sweet. If you've got any comments or questions, please comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts in terms of what you think home values are going to do in 2022. Usually we've got some comments or questions. Hopefully I click the right button to allow that. Sometimes I click the wrong button and people can't comment. So anyway, this is live. So once it gets posted on YouTube, if you've got any questions or comments, you can go ahead and comment below. And if you need any help buying or selling a home here in Tucson, myself or team would love to help. But again, like to keep it short and sweet and to the point. And again, track inventory levels, and we'll see what happens in 2023. But home inventory levels have actually pulled back a little bit, which is not great news for buyers. And to my surprise, home values are holding strong here in Tucson. So going to end it with that. In the meantime, make it a great day, and I'll be back next month for the monthly home market update. Oh, and one thing I forgot to do, let me share my screen again. So the other thing I'll show you is that if you want to add on the numbers and dive into the detailed report, I encourage you to Tucson Homes and Lots, and if you scroll to Homes and Lots right here, if you click on that, that will, hopefully it pulls up. So that will pull up the most recent market update. And then if you scroll down, the detailed report, which dives into all the numbers, and hopefully it'll come up here with this. It's actually lagging here. It's not coming up, hopefully. Okay, so here we go. So Tucson housing market, the full report. If you click on that, that's going to pull up the full report where you get a really good handle of. So let me stop sharing. I think we do. Yeah, it's up here. Back. Let's see here. Sorry about that. It froze up. The system crashed on me. So hopefully I'm still live. We do have a comment here. Tucson won't suffer the price tanks like other parts of the country. Yeah, I would agree. I do think we're Tucson's a little bit different and unique. But again, it's all based on supply and demand, in my opinion, and what what interest rates are going to do. But I would agree with that. Tucson typically holds the value a little bit better than some of the other places that are going to get hit harder, in my opinion, because Tucson's not overbuilt. The builders are coming in, but this go around compared to '07 and '08, they're doing things a whole lot smarter. So Tucson's not overbuilt where there's going to be a ton of inventory just sitting out there, especially on the new construction side of things. So I would agree with you. So if there's any questions or comments, love to hear them. If not, going to keep it short and sweet, and have a great day. And I will be back next month. Talk to you soon. Bye.